Warning, the following video may contain adult language and themes. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. If you have a problem with this, stop playing this video now. So I just got done watching a very good horror movie in my opinion. It's called Dawn of the Dead. It was released in 2004. It's rated R, and I believe it is a remake, and I have not seen the original. It is directed by Zack Snyder, who I believe directed 300 as well, which is a kind of odd comparison, seeing as how 300 is not really a horror movie, even though there's a lot of violence, I guess. Um, he also directed Watchmen, and among other things. But and this movie, I really liked this movie. I thought this movie was really good. It stars a lot of famous people. Sarah Polley is the main character, the main female protagonist. I know her from something, but I don't know what. And it also stars Ving Rhames from Pulp Fiction, Mission Impossible. It also stars some other people that I've seen. It stars Phil Dunphy from from Modern Family. I thought that was hilarious. This must have been before Modern Family. Stars, and I think it stars some other people I've recognized, but their names don't come to mind. I think those are the most recognizable people. And there's a guy named Jake Weber. I've recognized him from other things too, but I can't. Nothing comes to mind right now. But I really liked this movie. I thought this was really good. Spoiler-free review. I'd probably give this honestly a 7 out of 10, a solid 7. I may even go high. You know what? I might even go to a 7.2. I really like this movie. Like I said, I've not seen the original, and I know some people may cry blasphemy, me rating this higher than Return of the Living Dead and Day of the Dead and all those other movies, but I really liked this movie. This is probably, of the movies horror movies I've rated so far, this is probably the highest. I really liked it. There are some major problems with it though. My main problem. Okay, well, the premise is, zombies. Zombies. They just appear, in all these zombie movies. They just appear, and all these people retreat to this mall, and they barricade themselves in to fight off the zombies. And it's a struggle because they try to escape the mall, and their plan is to rig these buses so they can drive out of the malls and run over the zombies and get on a boat and just drive off to an island. That's the plan. So that's basically the synopsis. And like I said, I really like this movie. My biggest problem with this movie is that I think it was midway through the movie, there's this montage where all the people have barricaded themselves inside the mall, and it's this lighthearted montage showing these people just doing recreational activities, waiting for help, just doing all this like fun stuff, like I can't even remember what they did. Like I think they played golf on top of the mall and hit the zombies with the golf balls, and it was kind of charming at first. Like I see what they were doing there. It's sort of some like lighthearted comedy mixed in, because up until that point, I don't think there was hardly any comedy, but they just put that in there, and it was funny at first. But I thought it dragged on for way too long, and it kind of pulled you out of the movie because there was like no suspense or like horror during that like long montage. And I think they could have shortened that. And I think the fact that part was so long kind of showed that it was kind of like filler, and that there's not enough story, main plot to really fill up the entire running length. But other than that, I really liked this movie. Special effects, top notch, of course, released in 2004. I really grew to like the characters. Of course, in this zombie movie, there are good guys, humans, that are kind of hotheads, that there's like this, when they get to the mall, there's like this security team that are the hotheads of the movie. They think they want to control everything. They're like in the Day of the Dead. I think that was what it was, that remake, 1990 remake. Was it the Day of the Dead? I can't remember. So many of the Dead movies. I think it was, I can't remember what it was, but it's like the Italian hothead guy. It's that stereotype. The security guards, they want to control everything, but that's the human conflict is resolved eventually, and they band together to try to escape. So, like I said, the only bad part to this movie, in my opinion, is just that segment of just leisure where they're just having fun in the mall and riding bicycles around, and it's just kind of, it didn't feel like it belonged. It felt like it could have been shortened. And yeah, so overall, I know people are going to cry blasphemy that I'm rating this higher than classics like Return of the Living Dead, but I don't care. I enjoyed this more. Okay? I like some remakes better than the original, to be quite honest. And again, maybe sacrilege, but I like them. So yeah, and there's one of the people who comes to the mall is this black. I think they're playing him off as a gangster with his girlfriend who's pregnant, and eventually I think she gets bit, and she gives birth to a zombie baby, and the black guy, he doesn't like kill his wife when she becomes a zombie and kill the baby. No, he's protecting them because it's like I understand he's a dedicated husband and father, but it's like, come on, dude, you gotta see when the writing's on the wall. When your wife's a zombie and she gives birth to a zombie baby, you kind of have to admit that something's wrong. Anyway, that was kind of odd that he was that delusional, that he's like, oh, you're trying to kill my family. No, they're zombies. They're my family. I mean, I know he's sympathetic, but come on, man. And another thing is, I really like the zombies in this one. I think they're a lot like, what was that movie? 28 Days Later. Meaning that I think it strikes a perfect balance between the zombies in Return of the Living Dead and Night of the Living Dead. Whereas in Night of the Living Dead, they were really weak and shitty. They were really slow. You could kill them really easily. They weren't very strong. Whereas in Return of the Living Dead, they were like ultra powerful, invincible, like and really fast. I think they were fast. In this one, they start to strike a good balance, meaning you can still kill them while shooting them in the head, and they're not that strong, but they're fast. They can run. I like that. I mean, you can still defeat them, but they're still challenging. I like that. It struck a perfect balance, in my opinion. Um, so yeah, really like this movie. I'm not gonna spoil how it ended. Well, I kind of probably spoiled it already because I told you the whole synopsis. But anyway, so yeah, check it out. It's really good. Other than that middle segment, I really liked it. So yeah, I'd probably give this a 7.2. Really like this movie.